Welcome to WashingtonLakes.com fishing video of the Green River. I'm here with Nate Treat, and today we're going to be showing you some of the different locations on the Green. It's late November, so we have chum salmon in the system. We have winter run steelhead that are just coming into the system. Nate, are there any coho left, do you think?
If there are, they're pretty fire truck.
Pretty fire truck. So steelhead and chum would be our targets. And what's this first location that we've stopped at?
Right here, we're across from the Kent soccer fields, and they're right over there.
Yep.
And there's a section of the Green River Trail that goes along this whole river. And as you can see, the water's pretty high, but when it's low and lower, the fish like to hold here, and it's a really good spot to hit. The water turns into like frog water downstream from here, and this is the first section that has really good fishing with runs and pools. So
okay, so we'll start here and we'll work down to several popular spots on the river today, so give you guys a tour of the Green River. So let's go get some fish.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
If anything, you'll find out what all the spots are and how to fish them. So.
And we're not getting rained on, so that's okay.
Of course.
All right, let's go.
So as you can see, the water's a little bit high, but when the water's low, this gravel bar goes out about halfway, and it's a really good spot. Right now, when the water's high, you're going to catch moving fish, hopefully. They hold up along this far bank and all the sticks, and when it's low, they come up and they stop. And over here is the main part of the pool. Hold behind those sticks and the stumps, and this is a really good spot to hit them, and you can fish this whole stretch, and it's good for steelhead and chum.
Thing with bobber fishing that you want to do, float fishing I should say, is you don't just tie the jig to the line. You want to have some little split shots along the line, so that allows this to go more of a 90 degrees to the water, which is what you're looking for, rather than having this jig dragging behind the bobber, so it's like this. You want it to float straight like that, straight up and down. So you need to mend your line as your float is drifting along the river. You're constantly lifting your line up, mending it, just like a fly fisherman would mend his line. And the other thing you want to do, a long rod is very helpful. So I've got a 9.5 foot rod here. That helps you to have that rod tip up in the air, keeps the line off of the water, keeps your presentation nice and vertical. So straight up and down with that bobber is what you're looking to achieve.
Right here what we have, I'm drift fishing, and since the water's pretty colored up and we're going to want a little bit more visible of a presentation, so I've got this rainbow chartreuse pink orange fluorescent corky with this yellow chartreuse yarn, and I'm only using a size 2 owner hook. You don't need much bigger than that, or else you're going to start bringing more fish in sideways. Since the water is pretty high, we're going to be using, in this section here, about 3/4 of an ounce. This is 1/4 inch pencil lead. I use my posting pliers to put a hole in it, and about 4 foot leader. That's plenty enough when the water's this colored up. What the rod I've got here is a 10'6", and this is a good rod because it's really light, has a lot of sensitivity, and you can keep that line up so that you don't get so much drag in this big current. I've got 10-pound test, 8-pound leader. That makes it a lot more fun to catch fish. these fish are they're quite line shy. And so the lighter the tackle that you can use, the better, because you'll be able to not spook the fish as much and make more accurate and better casts.
So we're at our second location, which is the boat launch on the Green River, just upstream from the Seuss Creek, which goes to the Seuss Creek hatchery, right, Nate?
Yeah, it's the hatchery creek.
And chum run up that hatchery. What else? They have
Coho go up it.
coho.
Some steelhead and not many.
Okay. So water's a little high, not quite as bad as the first location we tried, and not quite as fast a current, but still a little off color. So we'll give it a try over here and see how we do.
We're here at Metsler Park. It's a really nice section of river, lots of trails. This is the main drift. A good spot to catch chum and coho earlier in the season, and so we're going to use the same tackle we were using before and give it a shot and see what happens.
You can drag him above the beach.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Yeah.
Still fighting. Strong.
Wow.
I just go a little bit. Okay, I'll take care of it. You don't want to lose your fish.
arrived at our final destination. This is the Hayne Gardens. It's a natural wildlife area. We're in between the Icy Creek Hatchery and the Steelhead Hatchery above us. We've got some great holding water for steelhead. It's gorgeous water. The water's high, but we got good visibility. If we're gonna catch a steelhead, it's gonna be in this hole.